As part of an ongoing experience for me to learn how to become a co-driver, I was invited up to M Sport and I met Malcolm Wilson, team principal of the company, who took me for a tour around the factory. Well, Malcolm, here we are in the factory, and the first thing that I notice about it is it's chemically clean in here.
Well, we try to keep the right environment for the guys to work in. We try to keep everything in as good a state as possible, and the best working environment that you can get for the guys.
So they've just come back from Rally Turkey, which was brutally rough.
These cars literally arrived back last night, so the guys now are on stripping them because most of these cars will be used for Rally GB. All the transmissions, all the suspension, everything's replaced.
Everything comes out of the car, doesn't it? I mean, I can see Seb's old, the engine, gearbox, everything's off it. It's just back to basic.
Basically, everything mechanical comes off.
Now, I know you've been working on the testing facility. There's a massive expansion of M Sport. Can you show it to me?
Come on, let's go and have a look.
Mega.
It's a fantastic facility.
Looking at the circuit, it really is a one-stop shop for any manufacturer or any race team who wants to come here and well, effectively go testing.
It's in its longest form, it's 2.6 kilometres, 35,600 tyres with all the tyre barriers. It's just another great tool to have on your doorstep.
Yeah, it ticks every box, doesn't it? You've got high speed, low speed. You've got this coming off that straight over the crest, and you're already going to be on the brakes. Someone is going to end up in that barrier.
Somebody's going to end up in that barrier, or even worse, right over the top into the field.
That's where you want to put all 35,000 tyres. It was great to be given a tour of that incredible facility and to be driven around the track. But then it was time to get down to the hard work, to meet Elvin Evans' co-driver, Dan Barrett, and learn as much as I could about co-driving. So Dan, co-driving. Firstly, what was it that made you want to be a co-driver?
I was into it as a kid. My dad was into it as a hobby, so I started doing it through that.
You've got to be the whole package. You've got to be able to deal with people, you've got to be able to read pace notes, you've got to be able to get you from stage to stage.
The pace notes is probably the most important part and probably the most recognised part, because without those you can't ultimately go fast and win rallies, but you've got to do many tasks during the day.
We're focusing today on the notes, so let's talk about notes, how the notes are made.
You would have things like, for example, 100, which would be a distance of 100 metres, 3 right, which would be basically a flat out corner. You could have a smaller distance of 50 into a 9 left, which would be a 90-degree left-hand turn.
So basically 100 metres, 3 right, 50 metres, 9 left.
Yeah.
Minus, plus, sharp.
Yeah.
And then
number, direction, and length.
And length. You've got some actual notes here from Rally GB, and that looks way more complicated. Can you just read this whole page?
Yeah.
As you would do?
Yeah. Slight right long, very sudden, tight, hairpin right in, narrow post exit, left over 80 kink, 3 right sharp entry over crest, 5 left sharp keeping, and 5 right long cut, and 3 left long over crest, tightens 4 sharp, very sudden slot. Is that enough?
Oh, brilliant, okay. It was great to sit with Dan and learn as much about co-driving as I possibly could. He has so much experience to give, but then he offered to take me out onto M Sport's track in a recce car to try and put what we'd learned into practice.
So, 120.
That was the 120, correct?
That was the 120 there, yeah. Right. You managing so far?
So far, so good. I only feel a little bit sick.
30 brakes. I think you might need to ride a bit faster. 60.
Yeah.
Hairpin right.
Slow down.
30. Come on. I hope you've not missed any.
I definitely haven't missed something. So, Dan, notes have been made. We start from here.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Off we go. Right, 120. Very long crest, 30, brakes, 8 left. And wait a minute, very long crest, 30, brakes.
I don't think we came this way.
30, hairpin left.
I don't think
No, we didn't.
We definitely didn't come
9
this way.
left. Very long, nice and neat and tidy, and over the finish.
Oh.
Dan, thank you very much.
You did a brilliant job.
Thank you. It was a really great day spent with Dan, and it really opened my eyes to how hard co-drivers have to work, not just in the car, but behind the scenes as well. But my next challenge was to join Elvin Evans in a recce car and then take those notes and put them into practice on a real stage in an R5 car.
Late, 4 right plus, over crest, 150.
Wait, you've gone too far.